Hi, this is Bridget from SpeechTherapyTalk.com, and today we're going to talk about S. Now, many children have trouble saying S. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to say S, what it should sound like, the different types of errors that children may say or may do, and then what that means for therapy. So how we say S, we need to think about what our mouth is doing, what our tongue, our jaw, our lips, our teeth are doing. So when we say S, our jaw is up, our teeth are almost touching. S is a fricative sound, which means there's a continuous airflow. So our teeth are almost closed, but it's open enough to let that sound escape to give that friction. Our tongue is behind our teeth. That's very important. Most of us will have our tongue tip up near the little bumpy part, the alveolar ridge behind the teeth. Some people will point the tongue tip down, but the tongue is behind the teeth. That's very important, as I just said. And then the airflow is over the tip of the tongue. That's the second most important part. Air doesn't escape on the sides of the tongue. It comes out on the tip of the tongue. So it sounds like and looks like this. So you can't see my tongue. You see that my lips are in neutral, or kind of a slight smile, and our jaw is up. Now, some children will just substitute the wrong sound. So instead of saying super, they might say tuper. They're putting the T for the S. They're just substituting the wrong sound. But some children will have what a lot of people call lisps. And there's two different kinds, and this is very important. There's a frontal lisp and a lateral lisp. Now, I'll start with the lateral lisp because this one's never typical. It's not a typical error. If your child has a lateral lisp or you suspect your child has a lateral lisp, I would get an evaluation because that's not typical. That's something that your child will need therapy for. Now, a lateral lisp is the tongue is behind the teeth, the jaw is up, but the problem is the air is escaping on the sides instead of the tip of the tongue. So it might sound like this. As you can hear, can't really see, but you can hear that it's kind of slushy. Super instead of super. So the air is escaping on the sides. So what therapy will do is we'll get the sides of the tongue up so air doesn't escape, and then the air will come out the front of the mouth over the tip of the tongue where it should be. Now, the other lisp is a frontal lisp or interdentalization of S. And interdentalization is just that, between the teeth, interdental. And when a child has an interdentalization of S or a frontal lisp, you can usually see the tongue. So instead of saying S, they say th. So they might say super instead of super. Now, this is something that can be typical in development. So if a child's 2, they may be doing that. If a child's 3, they may still have that interdentalization of S. And that's okay. So it's part of motor development and structural development. Their tongue, their mouth, they all have to kind of fit together as the child grows. That should naturally happen. And S takes a lot of fine motor movement to move that tip of the tongue. And to get the tongue back. So a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old may be making errors, but once a child's 5, 6, 7, the tongue should be coming behind the teeth, and the S should be clearer. And so instead of saying super, they should start to say super. Now, if you suspect that your child is having trouble saying S, and your child's 4, 5, 6, 7, then I would contact either your school district and voice those concerns, your pediatrician to get a referral for therapy if you want to use insurance, or you could seek out a private therapist and see what you need if you want to use insurance or not. We also have resources for S at SpeechTherapyTalk.com, and I will put the link in the description of this video. If you have any questions about S, I know it's kind of a difficult sound to say, you can leave comments here, or you can find me at SpeechTherapyTalk.com. Thanks, and have a great day.